As for the third concept, which is telling time, we already learned in some previous lessons how to tell the time in general. Like if you want to say it's 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock would have been الساعة الثالثة الثالثة. Okay, الساعة الثالثة. Basically what you're doing, you're using the ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, right? So you're basically saying the third hour. The third hour. الساعة الثالثة. This is نعت المنعوت, which would be 3 o'clock. الساعة الثالثة. We've learned also that if you wanted to say 3:15, you would have said الساعة الثالثة. And 15, since 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour, right? You can say وربع وربع, right? الساعة الثالثة وربع. And quarter, right? وربع. You can also say if it's 20 minutes after 3, it's 3:20. You would have said الساعة الثالثة وثلث. Okay, ثلث. Right, and a third. If it was a half an hour after 3, so basically 3:30. If it's 3:30, you would say الساعة الثالثة, right? ونصف. Right? ونصف. Okay? And then we learned how to say if it was 5 minutes after 3 or 3 or 5, الساعة الثالثة we would say وخمس دقائق. خمس دقائق. دقائق. خمس دقائق, right? It's ممنوع صرف. And 5 minutes. So you put, if you want to say 3 hours plus something, you add the wow, right? You just put a wow. Wow. And. So you're saying the third hour and 5 minutes. The third hour and a quarter. The third hour and a third. Thuluth is a third. The third hour and a half. Okay, and so on. Obviously, if you wanted to say 11, 3, 11. Okay, you say and 11 minutes. So you'd have go back to lessons that taught you how to say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right? You could say وعشرين or عشرون here. وعشرون دقيقة. Okay, عشرون دقيقة and 20 minutes. Okay. Inshallah, when we learn all of the numbers, because there's still some numbers that we haven't learned, so there are some parts of the time, like some particular times that we would not be able to say correctly. But for the most part, we've learned a lot. And in this lesson, they want to add a few times basically. So here are 4 of them, and I'll add one more at the end. So what time is this? Okay, how do you say what time is it? كم الساعة? كم الساعة? What is the time? Kam also means literally how much. So it's a measurement, right? It's a measurement. كم الساعة? How much is the time basically? What is the time? You can add the word الآن. كم الساعة الآن? What time is it now? الآن, which is now. Right? You can add that, that's fine. So let's look at the first one. Firstly, I hope you can understand the clocks. I didn't put the numbers because I think it's obvious. We know now this is 12, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What time is this? So we all agree that this is basically 8. Let's put it in here. We know this is 8:45, right? 8:45. Okay. So in Arabic, right, the way the book is teaching it now, they want you to say 8:45. It's 8:45. 8:45. Okay, so how do you say 8:45? You'll say الساعة التاسعة Sa'atu tasi'ah. Right? The ninth hour. It is now the ninth hour. Right? And to say 8:45, because it's not exactly 9, illa, you're going to use the word illa, which means except. Except. Illa, except. Except what is it? How many minutes do we have? So it's 15 minutes less 9 o'clock, right? 15 minutes. So we'll call that ruba. Illa rub'an, and it's going to be mansoob. Illa rub'an, because it comes after the word illa, it's going to be mansoob. Okay? Just take it as it is now. This has to be mansoob. As-sa'atu tasi'atu illa rub'an. Alright? The ninth hour except for a quarter, basically. Except for a quarter. Or a quarter to 9. It is now quarter to 9. As-sa'atu tasi'atu illa rub'an. Okay, very good. Let's do the next one. What time is this? Okay? So if you look at it, it's 10 to 2. 10 to 2. 10 minutes to 2. No, sorry, 10 minutes to 1. 10 minutes to 1. So we call this 12:50, right? 12:50. 10 minutes to 1. So how do you say 10 minutes to 1? So you're going to say the first hour. The first hour is as-sa'atul wahida. As-sa'atul wahida. Okay, as-sa'atul wahidatu illa, except for 10 minutes. So how do you say 10 minutes? As far as I know, they don't. You could consider it to be a sudus, a sixth, because 10 out of 60 is 10 over 60 is a sudus. But as far as I know, they don't use the term sudus. They would say ashara daqa'iq, right? Illa ashru daqa'iq. Ashru daqa'iq. Except for 10 minutes. Okay? And we've learned how to say this. Okay, so we see that daqiqa is mu'annath. So this has to be masculine. Ashru daqa'iq. As-sa'atul wahidatu illa ash. And actually it should be ashra. Ashra daqa'iq. Because after illa it's going to be mansoob. As-sa'atul wahidatu illa ashra daqa'iq. Okay? Now, let's go to these two. كم الساعة الآن؟ كم الساعة الآن؟ You should say الساعة الآن الساعة الثانية إلا 5 دقائق. إلا 5 دقائق. الساعة الثانية إلا 5 دقائق. 5 دقائق. إلا 5 دقائق. الساعة الثانية, it's the second hour basically, except for 5 minutes. 5 minutes to 2. 5 minutes to 2. Okay, 1:50. Okay. Hopefully that is not too difficult. The next, كم الساعة الآن? So as you look carefully, you'll see there's 1 minute remaining to be at the 5 o'clock mark, right? So this is actually 4:59. 4:59. So how do you say that in Arabic? Again, you're gonna say 1 minute to 5. 1 minute to 5, right? So as-sa'atul khamisa. الساعة الخامسة إلا 1 minute is دقيقة واحدة. دقيقة, right? دقيقة واحدة. دقيقة واحدة. 1 minute. Okay? So 1 minute to 5. 1 minute to 5. There's one more I want to add, inshallah ta'ala. I don't think the book gave you this, but I'll add it. Okay. 20 to 9. 20 to 9, so I'll just use this. Okay, 20. Okay, 20 minutes to 9. How do you say that? Again, 20 minutes is a third of an hour, right? So all you're gonna do is replace ربع, quarter to, replace it with ثلثا إلا ثلثا. الساعة تاسعة إلا ثلثا, except for a thuluth. Inshallah. Hopefully we learned how to tell the time. We learned a little bit more. Inshallah.